It's a great honor and pleasure for me, on behalf of the International Social Security Association, the ISSA, to participate in the opening session of this international symposium on culture of prevention here in beautiful Helsinki, in this impressive historic building of the Finnish trade union movement. Let me first of all thank our host, the Finnish Institute of Occupational Health, in particular Harri Vainio, and the National Organizing Committee for providing us with such an excellent venue and exceptional conditions for our symposium. I would also like to thank the Korean Occupational Safety and Health Agency, KOSHER, the French National Institute of Research and Security, INRS, and the ISSA Special Commission on Prevention and its international section on prevention culture for their important contribution as co-organizers of this symposium. Ladies and gentlemen, our symposium topic, prevention culture, is in my opinion of greatest strategic importance for a much needed further improvement in working conditions and in particular for the health and safety of current and future working populations. But more than this, the development of a prevention culture is also of significant importance for the future of our economies and societies. In my opening remarks, I will briefly outline why. The world of work is changing dramatically as a consequence of globalization, demographic change, increasing migration, and a growing number of workers in informal, vulnerable employment conditions. New technological and organizational developments have contributed to reduce traditional safety risks, but at the same time have brought about new health risks, adding to the complexity of prevention at the workplace. The global situation as regards safety and health levels remains critical. The ILO estimates that a devastating 2.3 million people die each year due to work-related accidents and diseases. This means, ladies and gentlemen, that more people are killed at the workplace than due to conflicts and wars. Positively, a trend towards lower levels of fatal work accidents can be observed both in Europe and globally, while on the other side, fatal occupational disease levels unfortunately continue to increase. Besides the unacceptable human losses, there are huge economic consequences which have been estimated at 4% of global GDP, as millions of workdays are lost and billions have to be paid by workers' compensation boards, pension and health systems, and society at large. The nature of occupational health problems is changing too. According to European and national surveys, the ranking of reported health problems is headed by ergonomic and psychosocial conditions. It is therefore not surprising that according to the OECD, up to 40 to 50% of new invalidity cases amongst member countries are caused by mental health problems. This adds another element to the previously mentioned complexity of prevention, as the causes of ergonomic and mental health problems can both be work-related and non-work-related. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why, in view of the ISSA, a new prevention approach is needed. Traditional collective prevention measures at the workplace should be supplemented by new measures that focus on the individual and that also take into account a person's health, social setting, and resources. In other words, the human being has to be at the center of prevention, not only as a worker, but also as a whole person. Such a holistic prevention concept not only requires new competencies, tools, and collaboration structures, but it also calls for an increased focus on health and health promotion at work, and for workers who have suffered an accident or disease and risk exclusion from the labor market, systematic return to work programs need to be put in place. As a consequence, prevention systems and prevention actors find themselves at a critical crossroads. If authorities, organizations, and professionals in charge of prevention at the workplace do not react to these evident developments in workers' health and embrace a more holistic and integrated prevention approach, they will not be able to prevent and to reduce the increasing negative health impacts and the related human and economic consequences. They also risk that the positive recognition in society of the added value of investing in work-related prevention structures and efforts, as a consequence, might be severely weakened. However, if the same actors decide to embark on the development of new supplementary prevention concepts, the value of prevention and the important role of the workplace in achieving more inclusive labor markets and productive societies will become even more evident and thus contribute to the development of prevention culture both at the workplace and in society as a whole. For the ISSA, there is no doubt about the choice of strategic direction to be taken. In our view, the introduction of supplementary, holistic, and person-centered prevention approaches is both an obvious necessity in view of the dramatically changing nature of health challenges and a historic opportunity to further strengthen prevention and to turn the development of a prevention culture into an economic and social development strategy for our societies. This is why we, in the ISSA, over the past 2 years, and in line with our initial commitment as co-initiators and signatories of the Seoul Declaration for Safety and Health at Work, have developed 3 sets of guidelines on prevention for social security administrations, our membership. Our strategic aim is to strengthen the role of our membership of social security, both as regards workplace risk prevention, health promotion, and return to work measures. These guidelines will, together with good practices and reference literature, be presented in less than 2 months at the ISSA's World Social Security Forum in Doha in Qatar. Our new Center for Excellence will offer member organizations expert advice and practical support, training and recognition related to the implementation of these guidelines. The ISSA and its global membership are committed to developing proactive and preventive social security and look forward to collaborate closely with other actors in the workplace and beyond in the formation of national, regional, and global prevention cultures. Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues and friends, to conclude, I have in my opening remarks presented 3 key statements related to the topic of this symposium. Firstly, that the development of a prevention culture has become more necessary than ever due to the increasing complexity of safety and health challenges at work, with a strong growth in health conditions that can be both work and non-work related. Secondly, that in order to develop the required supplementary individual and holistic prevention approaches, traditional barriers between the workplace and society need to be overcome, and new concepts, tools, and collaborative structures between relevant actors in both domains need to be developed. And thirdly, that this offers a historic opportunity for prevention to be even higher valued and recognized as a prerequisite for inclusive labor markets and productive economies, and consequently for prevention culture to form a key element in the social and economic development strategy of countries and regions. In the coming 2.5 days, we have an excellent opportunity to further advance our thinking as regards future approaches for prevention culture along these lines. I look forward to a very interesting program with many exceptional speakers and to fruitful exchanges about the different dimensions to be reflected in the definition of prevention culture, which is not an easy task, as we just heard. And also how this strategic concept can be made operational, both at the workplace and beyond, which precisely will be one of the key topics of next year's World Congress for Safety and Health at Work in August 2014 in Frankfurt, Germany. So this event forms part of the road to Frankfurt and to promoting prevention culture. Thank you very much for your kind attention.